This has been going on for a long time. T.I.'s been publicly in the situation with his son for a while. So I don't think that necessarily the brute force was the initial tactic.
True.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to be, again, open, have conversations as dialogue as men, and that don't work, then we gotta...
He almost jumped on his son. Behind Fortis respecting him in public, and now King Harris is slamming his father for no texting his much older baby mama, and not being a fan of the fact that he has a baby on the way. Yep, you heard that right, King Harris has a baby on the way in Chia. Getting pregnant by King Harris definitely interesting choices, especially with them scary teeth tie. He's not convinced that King Harris is prepared or mature enough to be a father, and the responsibility of their new grandchild will likely fall on T.I. and Tiny. If you've ever watched T.I. and Tinian their reality show or watch King Harrison together, then you know that these two really can't stand each other, and King having his baby right now, considering the fact that his parents are convinced that he's nowhere near ready, is definitely not going to make him T.'s favorite son anytime soon. T avoided speaking on the matter for a long time because of how strained his relationship is with his son. But you know, T.I.'s temper can get hot, and if something isn't sitting well in his spirit, T.I. is going to make it abundantly clear expeditiously. So, when he did speak out about it, he made it very clear that King isn't equipped to take on the role of father just yet. And Ty and Tiny are less than thrilled about the possibility of having to be more hands-on than they really want to for their new grandbaby. Certainly bringing a child into this world, always a blessing and a reason to celebrate, but to be honest, according to those internet streets, the majority of violence side with T.I. on this one, because why is this boy who just turned 20 years old already preparing to be a father? Ever since he decided that he wanted to be a rapper, King has been trying to embody this fake gangster. The upbringing and lifestyle, King is trying to give his career some credibility, but everything's done just comes across as immature, childish, and phony. We know T.I. grew up in Ped and he was really about that street life. However, King is nothing like his father. We watch this boy grow up right before our eyes, living in a gated community in a two-parent household with a silver spoon hanging out of his mouth, and his parents made sure that he and his siblings had a good childhood. Bucking Harris is just up self-destructing, trying to impress the ears and convince us that he belongs out here on these streets, when in fact this father's fame and resources are the reason that he has the career and platform that he has. It got so bad at tone point that Kang got into it with his father. When T.I. tried to check him and tell Kang that he wasn't raised poor or like a gangster, and he even mentioned that he stuck on a pacifier until he was 12 years old. King, have you ever woke up with a rope on your face? Period. No, that's not the go. All right, in the neighborhood you want to go to, why want to go to the in my neighborhood to the do ye all want to go to the to make him look better? No, not you, Silver Spoon. I ain't never ate with that day a day in my life. You used to have to come to my grandma house cuz I'm getting in the like a baby to go to your grandma house every day, you to hold your broom neighborhood. I don't want to be in these skates. I want to be outside. That's why I want to be over there. But they don't understand that I'ma tell you reason why he want to be over there already, cuz he can suck and pacify over there years old. He do that house like a baby. Yeah, they trying to say I was over there trying to suck a pie, but they gonna tell you everything like they trying to hide it. He sing, hey, he know I stand in business. He know that no ever pull my car ever in life. It stand on CNS, you drove me somewhere. I stand on me, Dr. Me in your hood. I stand on standin', I've been on Ben. I've been still on view, want to hide it for the world. I'm a put it out there for them to see. Hey man, I wouldn't put up no hair, you ain't me put up now hair like I ain't had behind the mansion. I was outside doing what I wanted to do. You got too much to drink, drunk too much, drunk too much. Go get mad cuz we stays south at the suburbs. Then he want talk about some other like, no, I'm being real, you lying, you over here flagging your, I know you, what's wrong with you? Why y'all doing that to me? Y'all know me. You know I stand on business, you know I stand on V. Why you even let somebody play with me like that? Why you let somebody play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? Why you let him play with me like that? No, ain't no joking. No joking. What you mean? You're embarrassing yourself. Embarrassing yourself. You are embarrassing yourself. You're embarrassing yourself. What you and get off me. Get off me. Well, you can't do nothing with me. You can do with me, Booth, honestly. Why are we even expecting Erich, spoiled kid named King, to be humbler, respectful about anything? Let's be real. After the messy fight with his father, King refused to let it go and went straight to Instagram and started slamming T.I. saying, quote, I stand on business. I don't give a who you are, end quote. And he continued, quote, I don't care who you are, MFA, can't play with me in my face, not going for that. I'm a grown man now. Quote, the way this 20-year-old man-child acts is just so embarrassing. He acts like his grandma Tiny's mom lives in a trap house or some raggedy neighborhood in the ghetto when in fact she's well off too, and made sure that King still got to experience a sense of normalcy in the midst of being the heir to his parents' throne. King has no idea what it's like living in the streets, and he should be grateful it ain't like that's a life to live. It seems like King isn't going to get a clue until something drastic happens to change his mind, God forbid. But T tried to show his son some tough love when he acted out as a teenager after King landed himself in prison 2 years ago. Ty.
Stop hitting me and getting in my comments, telling me what to tell King, okay? I know my son. Think I ain't spoke to my son? Think I ain't told my son, his mama, and his grandmamas, his ass going to prison. If you got to keep this up, his ass going to prison. Ain't no way around it. Ain't nothing I'm gonna be able to do about it. Can't nobody stop it but him. You know what I mean? I've already had that conversation. I've already made my peace with it. Because I know that energy. I was that energy. I know exactly how it's gonna turn out.
He really is. You know what I'm saying, and it happens when we least expect it, and our lessons come from where we didn't know they were coming from and just ain't else do while T.I. is out here waiting for King to learn some hard truths and finally grow up. King hit Uno reverse and told his dad that there was going to be baby on the way. Helm would have loved to be a fly on the wall when he delivered that news to his daddy. King's alleged baby mama is out here living her best life, and she look real cute now that she's secured that bag at least for the next 18 years. And no one really knows who this girl, rather grown woman is, and no one knows her actual age either or has a clue about what she does for a living. However, what we do know is on her IG, she goes by the name of Big Nana, and child is safe to say that from the looks of things all she wanted to do was secure that bag. And she really could care less what you have been saying in her comments either. Quote, she hit AP day, get your money girl, end quote. And another quote, okay, she was standing on business with King on this one, end quote, and T.I. is nother for it. He just became a father, so I got 2 grandchildren, wow, congrats. Yeah, I got 2 granddaughters, I got a grandson on the way, wow, King's about to have a son, congrats. Yeah, and I told him I'm gonna make this the greatest gangster all times. I will raise this child to torture you the way that you tortured me. I promise you there will be an indictment in this young one. T.I. asked him to accept the fact that there's little to nothing he can do at this point, and he's just gonna have to be involved in this child's life as possible. But when King got word of the interview, he had a full-on meltdown and confronted T.I. about not being as positive about this situation with his baby mama as he would have wanted him to, but T.I. isn't going to pretend to be something that he's not. And why should he when King is out here having a baby that he's in no position to raise equitably? People have been sharing their thoughts and no one thinks that this is a good idea. Quote, King Harris got someone pregnant last time I remember him. He couldn't spell tomorrow, end quote. And another quote, baby, I'd rather be impregnated by that facehugger from Alien than to see that boy above me, Hing and Han Lord, end quote. In another quote, I don't know if I'm worried about his parenting or which of his genetics he'd be passing down, end quote. And there are even people out here dragging T.I. This person said, quote, how do you spoil a child all his life? Don't discipline him then. Criticize, chastise, and publicly shame him for the spoiled monster you created. End quote. Raising and rearing a child well is no easy feat and incredibly costly. Shoot, the bills start piling up from the moment of conception, but having a child might be just what King needs to calm and slow him down so he could finally become the mature man his father hopes and wishes that he can but do. You guys think that King Harris is ready to be a father? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. This has been going on for a long time. He has been publicly in the situation with his son for a while, so I don't think that necessarily the brute force was the initial tactic. True, understand what I'm saying. If I'm trying to be again open, have conversations as dialogue as men, and that don't work. Then we got to so rapper T.I. and his son K. Ariad's again not too long had washed his hands from his son's foolishness and is going to let life teach him exactly what the needs to learn. Stop hitting me. No, that energy, it was that energy. I know exactly how it's going to turn. That you can I take a selfie with you? No, go ahead. Please, I'm in the middle something, I'm in another something, but go ahead. This is more important. Go ahead, come on. Thank you. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Yeah. So Note already had that conversation with him and King's a good kid chasing after the wrong, and I